Hello, what's up everybody? It's the 17th Chronicle back here with another MOC that I has built to show you. And this time I has built a short MOC. It's not that big. I like him though. His name is Enthall. And that is all I will reveal about his story before I go ahead and show you his build. Let's see, what do we have here? We have some feet. These are gunmetal, and they are just CCBS standard by now. Just got some spikes on there, just to give it a little bit more detail. Moving up the legs, that's the same for both feet. Moving up the legs, the thighs, no, not the thighs, the shins. The shins are custom built, and I will go ahead and remove one to show you how it's done. That should give you somewhat of an idea. Got some Borak eyes to make up the armor on the front, and some system pieces for the back to kind of bulk those up. It is the same on both legs. Lots of little Technic parts in there. And the thighs, if I can make the armor stay on, that is a con, the armor does tend to fall off. But the thighs are standard CCBS, got some bones there, trans blue on the shells, and gunmetal. I think these were originally shoulder pads. I've used them as hip armor. You can also see I have a Nuva chest plate, kind of forming the lower torso armor. Also, he has a backup knife stored right here in case he needs to do some melee combat. Let's turn him around, and you can see the rest of the torso. Torso is incredibly complicated. Using the Mata torso, if you can see that under there, using the Toamata torso, connected using a bunch of Technic parts. I'm not even going to try to show that in more detail. But up towards the top, it gets more backpacky looking, using the larger beast feet, couple of skull spider legs, and a skull spider mask to top it off. And then on the front, you can see he has another Nuva chest plate with a ammunition cord thing going across the front. That is connected on the inside of his shoulder. I do have weapon storage, so he can put his weapon there if he needs to store it, and then he can take it off and use it in battle. Alright, moving down the arms. Arms are straight CCBS. His left arm has an elbow that is free roaming-ish. It's more like it's like a double jointed thing, and the armor is facing sideways. On his right arm, yeah, that's his right arm, you can see that it is a completely different setup. You've got the one-way joint right there, and the armor is facing backwards, and that is so I did that so he could get his arm up into a proper position for his weapon. So a position that looks somewhat natural. Before I move on to that weapon, I want to take a look at the head. The head is a trans light blue Glatorian head with a couple of add-ons. You've got a camera right here, or a sight. I'll go into detail a little bit more about that later. Another skull spider leg here, and an antenna thing. And that is supposed to represent a headset. You know, you can talk to people. And yeah, that's his head. It's small, I know, but you know, it looks good, I think. Now, on to his weapon. This is a custom-built weapon. Let's go ahead and put him off to the side. This is a custom-built weapon. Obviously, it is a rifle, it is a gun, it is a projectile weapon. It doesn't actually fire. I just made it to look, I don't know, futuristic. Little bit of ammunition clip there. You can see the trans blue Technic pieces. These are Star Wars lightsaber hilts for construction figures to make the sight. And then you got the stock back here. And you know, it's just a futuristic blaster rifle. And again, he can store that on his back over here, or he can hold it in his hand and charge into battle. I think that's just about it. Build is very complicated. Build took me a heck of a long time to figure out, so I'm really pleased with this. Now, story. Who is Enthall? Enthall is a former intergalactic police officer. He was a member of the law enforcement of the galaxy, kind of like Space Police, Lego Space Police, except bionicalized, sort of. And he was a sniper because of his long range weapon, and he was a really good unit. He was loyal. I don't honestly know how I would describe him anymore. But basically, the special thing about his weapon is the sight right here is connected to here. So basically, there's a camera here, and wherever he's pointing it, that's what he sees up here. He doesn't actually need to bring it all the way up. That's kind of awkward. He just has to have it pointed where he wants to have it pointed, and he can aim without having to bring it out. So, there's that. Now, I say former member of the intergalactic law enforcement because he did quit, he retired, and now he is a bounty hunter who, hunts bounties for a living. So, that is pretty much all I have to say about Enthall, and, police turned bounty hunter. Interesting story, I think. Anyway, I'm sure you have an opinion after watching this video, so please go ahead, leave your opinions down in the comment section down below. It's right down there. I'd love to hear your opinions. Do you like this MOC? Do you hate this MOC? Do you think I wasted my time? Do you like his backstory? I don't know. They're your opinions, not mine, but please do leave your opinions in the comment section down below. Also, don't forget to leave a like, share the video with your friends who'd enjoy it, subscribe, that'd be nice. But that's all I have to say. Other than that, this is Enthall, and I am the 17th Chronicler, and I will see you the next time I have a MOC to make, a set to modify, or a box to analyze. A goodbye until then.